Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you are across the world. My name is Madame Merola. I am the bang creator that ignites the beautiful and bold, audacious, no excuses, God's masterpiece in you. And I would love to welcome you to today's episode of Live a Phenomenal Life Show with me. I am Madame Merola. So, yes, I'm the host, and this is a pleasure for me because this is the 210th episode. So we have been going strong for this is fifth season, and we're going to keep going on because all we do here is to inspire, empower, and transform lives one show at a time. So I am screaming live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And I've got Ntabelong from South Africa on Instagram. Hello to you. Thank you for joining me today. So, as I said, this one is going to be a quick one. I just want to share with you the top tips and top skills, I beg your pardon, that I feel that we ought to learn or upgrade for 2022. So it doesn't matter what you do in life because there are some certain skill sets that are needed for some specific, but I believe there's some skill sets that doesn't matter whether you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, you're a tailor, you're a musician, you're an artist, you're a teacher, you're a politician, you're an engineer. It doesn't matter. What matters is that these skills will be able to help you to actually have a launch pad and to be able to keep on being relevant no matter what you choose to do with your life. And many of us wear different hats. Many of us have so many different places in which we are showcasing ourselves and also being of influence in. So no matter what you do, I believe the top skills that I'm going to mention for you today to upgrade or to learn will be very useful for you. So that is what I'm going to be sharing with you. So invite your friends to join in as well to participate and also share with me the skills they would want to add once I'm done sharing my list. I'm going to share with you 10, okay? And once I'm done sharing those 10, I'd love for you to also chip in one or two of your own top list, okay? Because I am not I don't know everything. I'm just sharing from my own experiences, 20 years of working of different industries. I've done so many different things in before it to come back on and now we're back. So hello to everybody else that is joining me on Instagram. Tomiade, the VIP closet, welcome to you guys. Albert, Imba, welcome. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. So normally we share your one word for the week, but this time I would love for you to share with me your one word that summarizes your year 2021 thus far. So, what is the one word you would like to say that this is the way that I would say the word I would use to describe how my 2021 has gone down for me so far? Because we're just about 2 weeks out and then the year is over. So instead of sharing with me your one word for the week, share with me a one word that can actually summarize your 2021 so far. So type that on the screen and I'll read it out. Your one word for the year so far, right? While I get out the affirmation boxes and I'm going to read just two affirmations for us today and then we get started with the top skills that I want to share with you, okay? So I'm just going to randomly select without in no particular order, just any two. So my year for me has been very, very interesting, And I would like to use the word humbling because there were many times that things were going really well for me, and then all of a sudden things came to a standstill, and I had to start to dig deep and figure out what was going wrong. Why were things not progressing despite all my best efforts and stuff? And it's easy to sink into the place whereby you start to worry and then become depressed. But I had to be able to push past that. So for me, I would say it's been a humbling year because it's been a year of many lessons. It's been a year of blessings as well, but I'm thankful for it. So Tommy Ade says it's been a year of knowing. I love that. The fact that, there are things that we probably didn't know that we didn't know, what we've got to know now, that's great. Many of us have blind spots in life. There are many things we know, there are many things we don't know, and there are many things we don't know. So we need to learn all of that. So thank you, Tomiade, for sharing with us your one word to encapsulate your 2021 thus far. So for me, I say mine has been humbling because there are many things that I've had to unlearn, relearn, and also put into practice the things that I've been teaching. It's so easy to be a coach and to teach people so many things and forget at times to implement some of the things because it has become like part of your life. But then you forget to do some things because when life is too easy for you or things are going on a free flow where everything is hunky dory, you just you just coasting. But when things now start to hit the fan and then things become tough, that's when you start to put your skill sets into play. Yeah. So I like what Isabella says. She says a year of expansion. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay. So for those of you that are joining me on Facebook and on YouTube, please share your comments with us as well. And of course, invite others by using the share button so that they can also join in for the show today. So the two cards I've got today, the first one says, I radiate beauty, charm, and grace. My future is an ideal perfection of what I envision now. My path is carved towards greatness. Fantastic. I love this card. And the second card says, in life, all things happen for my highest good. I'm a fast learner and make all experiences work for me. I learn the valuable lessons life offers me to grow. Those are the two cards that I'll be reading for us today from the box, which is the Gold Digger Collection. Speak affirmations to yourself. If you want to get a copy of this card, just reach out to me, send me a DM on Instagram or on Facebook, and I'll be able to get to you there for sale. All right. So, as I said, today is going to be a rapid one. We're going to be talking about top skills to learn or upgrade for 2022. Are we ready? So if you are with me on Facebook or on YouTube, please type them as I put them there so that other people can see them. Also on Instagram, I would love for you to type whatever skills I mentioned. So the first one I want to mention is communication skills. Yes, you guessed right. Anyone that knows me knows that I am a communications consultant. I teach public speaking and also effective communication. So it will be crazy for me not to mention communication skills, right? So communication skills is the first one that I want to mention that we need to learn or upgrade. So communication comes in different forms, and many people tend to focus on the specific parts, like maybe public speaking, but then it goes beyond that. It also has the nonverbal skills as well. Then there's the writing skills. So I want you to look at how you've done this year when it comes to your communication skills. Thank you. You need to ask yourself, how have I improved in my area of speaking? How have I improved in my area of presentation? How have I improved in my area of writing? How have I improved in my non-verbal cues? So that's your hand gestures, your face expressions, your body posture, everything that is speaking a language to people beyond the words that are coming out of your mouth is all encapsulated in communication skills. Okay. So communication goes beyond you just talking to people. It's how you, it's the aura you radiate when people are around you, it's the way you write your messages, it's the way you write your posts, it's the way you come off on social media or face to face with people. How have you improved on your communication skills? And for those of you that have not even started to really hone into your communication skills, this is the time for you to ask yourself that, what do I want to do in life that does not involve communication? There is nothing you are going to do, whether you're a tailor, whether you're a barber, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a pharmacist, whether you're a scientist. You have to communicate with people. You have to be able to express yourself. You have to be able to relay messages and also to be able to introduce or explain things to people. And if you're not your communication skills. No matter how great your communication skills are, you need to keep learning, you need to keep upgrading, right? I've been speaking publicly for over 20 years, yet I still make sure that I take classes. I still make sure that I practice. I still make sure that I find ways to upgrade my skill set. Why? Because I don't want to be complacent. I don't want to be the same level with my skills. I want to keep growing. I want to become an active listener as well, improving how I'm listening to people and actually understanding what they're saying before I respond. So there's so many aspects to communication that I cannot go into fully here because I have to share so many other tips. But I want you to know that communication skill is the lifeblood of human life. Without communicating, without being able to know how to communicate with people, then you're going to always struggle to be able to make any tract or growth in life. So the top skill number one that I want to share with you is communication skills. So make sure you upgrade your communication skills. If you're already at an above average level, listening, in the area of speaking, in the area of writing, in the area of how you also project and present yourself with your non-verbal cues. Very important. So, number two skill that I want you to learn is sales and marketing skills. Yes, this is so important, guys. There is nothing we do in life that does not involve sales, okay? Every single human being is selling something. You could be trying to sell an idea. You could be trying to sell yourself as a person to another peer or to an organization. You're trying to sell a product. You're trying to sell a service. You're trying to sell maybe a new ideology, whatever it is. We are all in the business of selling something, right? So if you do not improve or work on your sales skills, you're going to be behind in 2022. Okay, so there are many people that have so many brilliant ideas. There are many people that actually know what they're doing in terms of putting things together, creating projects, being able to formulate an idea, but they do not have the foggiest clue how to market it. And that's something you cannot always delegate to others because you need to be able to talk about what your dream is, what your mission is, what your vision is, what your idea is, what your products and services are, and who they're for. So, if you do not know how to sell, if you do not know how to market, especially utilizing digital marketing skills in 2022, you are going to be behind. Okay. So, you need to keep on upgrading your skill sets in your area of sales and marketing. Don't say that, oh, I don't have any business with sales. Yes, you do. Because, first of all, people interact with people. You need to sell individual first to me, to others that are listening to you, to people that are engaging with you, to people that are meeting you, for them to say, oh, I like her. Oh, I like him. I would like to get to know more about him and what he does. And from there, you are now able to have the chance to communicate what exactly you do, how you do it, and the end result or benefits that comes with what you do. So many times, a lot of us get confused with the fact that we're supposed to share more about benefits rather than features of our products or services. We tend to forget that it's not just about all the nuts and bolts and stuff that comes into what we do, but how it will transform, how it will change, how it will solve someone's problem or meet someone's need or be beneficial to aid someone's growth in life. That is what people are interested in. And these are all skills that we can learn regardless of what we're doing in life. Whether you're a CEO, whether you're a manager, whether you're entry level, it does not matter. Whether you're someone a blue collar, white collar, whether you're a dentist, whether you're just a foreman on the field, you need to learn how to communicate and then of course sell and market what you do. Thank you, Aneka Nosoro, for saying absolutely. So it is one of the top skills that you need to learn or upgrade. Okay. Isabella says, pitch your solutions. Yes, absolutely. It's so vital because at the end of the day, we all are in the business of selling, and marketing is that vehicle that allows more people to know what you're all about, what you're trying to do, who you're trying to do it for, and then, of course, the results that you're going to generate for people. Everyone is interested in knowing that there's something that you have to offer that's going to be of benefit to them. So please upgrade your sales and marketing skill and stop saying it's the job of the sales team or the marketing team. No, it is your job because no one can be a better promoter of you than yourself. Okay. So, what is the third top skill that I want you to learn or upgrade for 2022? It is mindfulness. Okay. All right. So let me put that there on the screen for those of you here. Mindfulness is another thing I want you to be conscious about. Why? Because at the end of the day, many of us are not present to what is going on around us, what is happening in our society, what is happening in the world, and also what is happening internally. Because if you're not mindful of the present, the power of now, using what you've got right now to be able to get what you need in the future, you might lose sight of everything. Some people are stuck in the past. Some people are too much in the head for the future, and then they forget about the present. All you have is today. All you have is right now. All you have is what is already in your hand. And if you are not practicing the act of mindfulness to be able to say, okay, given what I have right now, given the things that is within my purview to control, what can I do? So you know what it was like when we had the pandemic hit for the first time. Now we're going through the second, or is I think it's even the third phase, because this is now another strain of another virus that they found, right? It's affecting a lot of things already. We're seeing it affecting travel plans and stuff. It's going to affect a lot of economies again, because many people that made budgets and plans to do certain things will find that all those plans will be stalled because of all these things that come into place. Mindfulness will allow you to be able to be more centered and ask yourself that I don't need to panic. I just need to be able to think. I just need to be able to give myself room to be able to maneuver and say that, okay, if I can't do it this way, can I do it that way? So many times we actually don't give ourselves the room to think. So I would love for you to practice mindfulness and also cultivate your thinking skills. Okay. So you hear a lot of things like critical thinking, all those kind of things. You need mindfulness to be able to give you that room to declutter, to shut out all the noises, and to be able to get the answers you need, because most of the time the answers we need are already within us. Many of you are super educated. You've gone for many courses, you've done a lot of trainings, you've got a lot of certifications and stuff, but the problem you have is the fact that you are not actually cultivating your thinking faculties enough to be able to be still and then get the answers that you need per time, per season. So I want you to be able to practice mindfulness and also upgrade your thinking ability. Stop constantly running helter skelter and looking for the next best thing and the next best person to help you out. Yes, it's good to have mastermind group, but you yourself can find a lot of answers if only you can practice mindfulness and be still enough to think. Okay, so make sure that you take time to think, and that's what leads to the next one, number 4, which is creativity and initiative. Okay, these two go hand in hand, because at the end of the day, if you do not allow your mind to be free, to be free to imagine, to be free to start to visualize different things and concepts, and just let it run amok with different things, no matter what it is, without letting it, many of us are so restrictive. We go like, oh, no, 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 this is not going to work and stuff like that, and then you even stop yourself from thinking beyond what you normally think. Okay, it's going to stop you from being creative. Sorry, I'm trying to spell initiative and I'm like spelling it wrongly on the screen, so excuse me. So I need you to practice creativity, constantly allowing yourself to be creative. And you can do this at any time. What you can do is ask yourself, what allows me to free flow in my creative zone? So stop holding yourself back. Stop telling yourself that, oh, creativity is only for a certain few, for people that do things that are artistic by nature. Creativity is for everybody. And we were all born creative. We're all creative geniuses, but we've lost a lot of our creative prowess because of the way the world has been able to condition us and shut down so many of our thinking skills, and also our ability to imagine, our ability to daydream. So give yourself room to be able to daydream, to come up with crazy ideas. It doesn't need to always make sense. It's just something you practice to allow your mind to get to that point whereby anything can come into it, and then you start to give it room to be processed as that. And that's why initiative is important. Many of us, because of the fact that we lack creativity, we lack this constant flow of ideas coming to us and then implementing those ideas, we always find ourselves stuck. We find ourselves always wondering, oh, what should I do? How can I do this? How did these people come up with all these ideas? Oh, I don't have the capacity to do that. Yes, you do. The only thing is that you're not learning it. You're not building your creative muscles. Okay. So creativity is a muscle. Just like you go to the gym and you lift weights to be able to build muscles, the same thing with your creativity skills. You need to build that muscle so that it becomes a constant thing that you can tap into at any time of the day. You don't need to be in a certain place or around certain people for it to flow. It will just come to you like that. Why? Because you've built it, you've trained it like a muscle. And then having initiative will allow you to be able to be proactive about doing things rather than waiting for things to happen. When you see that things are slow, when you see that things are not happening, you will use your creativity to power up your initiative to say, okay, what if I try it this way? Without always worrying about whether it will work or not, because that's the problem. You constantly think, oh, is it going to work? And then because of our fear of failure, we don't move ahead. We do not speak up. We do not use our initiative because we're afraid, because we don't want to fail. We want to always look good. We want to always say that, oh, I have a high success rate. No one cares about that. Look, we've heard it time and time again that many people that we celebrate for their achievement today said they had failed maybe a thousand times and over. There are people that have had to do things maybe 10,000 times before they got it right to be the thing that became a hit. But it's because they allowed themselves to keep going. They allowed themselves to keep on using their initiative and their creativity to keep making something out of nothing. So please make sure you build your creativity skills and upgrade it in 2022 if you want to stay on top in your profession, in your career, and in life in general. Okay. It is so important. So, Intervella said, be proactive, speak up, don't be afraid. Yes, many times you'll be at meetings, people are asking, oh, can you share ideas? And you keep quiet because you're like, if I say something and it doesn't sound right, people are going to say, oh, she's stupid. Excuse me, you don't know that maybe that idea is going to give somebody else another idea that will become a hit. So you just need to say whatever comes to your mind without worrying about how it sounds or whether someone is going to make fun of you. It does not matter. That is the beauty of creativity. There is no right or wrong in what comes out because life is in different dimensions and dynamics. One person might love it, another person will hate it. Until you bring out those ideas, until you breathe life into them, you never know if it's going to fly or not. So give your creativity wings to fly in 2022 and take initiative. Be willing to back up any great idea that you feel in your gut is a good one. Don't be scared of failing. Even if it doesn't work, you will learn something that will be useful for you that you can go back and tweak or redesign and then make better because you will get feedback by taking the initiative to at least put it out there. People will give you constructive criticism, people will give you feedback, and then you can build on that. Okay, so make sure you do that. Fifth one that I want to talk about is personal mastery and leadership skills. Personal mastery and leadership skills. Number five. Okay, so I'm typing that. There is no human being on earth that does not possess leadership skills. The only problem is that many of us have not harnessed our leadership skills. Okay. So if you want to be someone that is recognizable, that is memorable, and also someone that people take seriously, you must first of all be a master of yourself and then start to lead yourself in such a way that attracts other people to want to follow you, to want to be led by you, and also to work with you. So, personal mastery gives you room for self awareness. Who am I? What am I all about? What can I do? What are my strengths? What makes me happy? What makes me passionate? What gives me fuel to be able to want to create, to be able to innovate, to be able to shine in certain areas? What am I gifted at? What are my talents? You need to know all these things. You also need to know what are your energy zappers. What are the things that drains you? What are the things that you're not so good at? And you need support. You need other people to be collaborators with you, to be able to blend with you, to be able to bring their own strengths to be able to power you up. That comes from personal mastery. Until you have self awareness, until you know who you are, what you bring to the table, what value you add in every capacity and in every sphere that you show up in, it will be difficult for you to be able to say that you want to lead anybody, because I always say before you want to lead anybody or anything, you have to first of all lead yourself. And to lead yourself, it takes knowing, it takes you to be aware of who you are, what you stand for, what you represent, what your values are, what you're not willing to compromise on, and what you are willing to die for, what you're willing to put everything, all your energy into. So when you know that, it would help you to be able to champion certain areas. It would help you to know that, okay, I have passion for young women in Africa. I want to be able to help them to be able to know who they are, to show up in their authentic manner. All these things will allow you to start to pick the areas in which you would choose to lead in. We all can't be leaders in every single spheres of influence because we're not called into all of them. And that takes personal mastery and knowing. The more you know who you are, the more you know what you're passionate about, the more you know what your giftedness can serve, the easier it is for you to step into a place of leadership and to bring transformation and to bring impact into the lives of the people you want to lead. So, leadership, first of all, starts from self. Leadership starts from within. Lead yourself to start to live the kind of life you want to live. Lead yourself to start to showcase in the areas that you know you bring a lot of value to. And before you know it, you will attract people to you. The people that you're called to will start to hear your voice, listen to your message, read your post, and it will strike a chord within them, and they will flock to you. You will be able to attract your tribe by the vibe you bring out. And before you know it, you will start to make significant impact and influence in the lives of the people you're called to. So, by knowing what you bring to the table, yes, in the Berlin, it is important that you start with yourself. So, that's why personal mastery is important. You don't need somebody to guide you along for the whole entirety of your life because of the fact that you are still not clear about who you are. So for 2022, it's important for you to be crystal clear about who you are as a person. Represent yourself well. Showcase yourself and put your best foot forward. Show up consistently, always doing the same thing, having integrity and consistency in committing yourself to what you stand for. And then you will start to find that doors of opportunities to lead others opens up to you automatically without you having to strive for it, without you having to lobby for it, without you having to beg for it, without you having to do things that are out of character just because you want to be a leader. Leadership is from within. Leadership does not require a title. Leadership should be like the air you breathe, because once you are sure of what you know, once you're sure of who you are and what you can bring to the table, trust me, people would listen to you. People will want to hear what you have to say. People will come to you for answers. People will want to sit at your table and learn from you. And people would invite you to come and share from your wealth of wisdom because of the fact that they see the consistency and the capability that you bring as a true leader. Okay, so leadership starts from within, and personal mastery is what's gonna get you there. Okay, so what's the next one? Number 6. All right, it is interpersonal skills. Yes, number 6, interpersonal skills. This is very important. Why? Because no man is an island. You cannot get anywhere far in life by yourself. When I talked about the fact that life is all about communication, it's all about relationship, it's all about collaboration, it's all about teamwork, it's all about building together. That's why we have family units, we have community, we have nation building, we have organizations that run not as a one-man business, but people that come together, bringing their pools of skill sets together, because we need to be able to learn how to work with each other. And for you to be able to develop your interpersonal skills, it takes you being willing to have radical acceptance, not just for yourself, but for other people. And how do you do that? You need to upgrade your emotional intelligence skills, right? To understand that not everybody is going to be like you. Not everybody is going to assimilate information the way you do. Not everybody is going to speak the way you do. Not everybody is going to actually be as proactive or as reactive as you are. So understanding other people's way of attitude, behavior, how they assimilate information, how they work, and stuff like that would help you to build your interpersonal skills and get along better with others. If you do not know how to get along well with others, you are going to stunt your growth in life. You are going to miss out on a lot of great opportunities. It is so important for you to know how to be in a space with other people and to actually diffuse a nice positive vibe, to be able to smile at them, to be able to be compassionate, to have empathy, all those kind of things, to be a better listener, to be someone that is good at the art of negotiating, okay, and also conflict resolution management, because there are going to be disputes, there are going to be a disagreement, there are going to be times where you guys don't see eye to eye. It doesn't matter what you do. We all have internal conflicts within ourselves. We have conflicts with our family members. We have conflict with our colleagues. We have conflict with our bosses. We have conflicts with our collaborators, with people that we're trying to do things with. So, no matter what it is, your interpersonal skills level will be able to help you to work out the kinks that you are going to definitely have when it comes to working with others. There is no human being on earth that does not desire to be heard, to be seen, and to be understood. And if you want people to hear you, to see you, and understand you, you need to also offer that same level of respect to others, to let them know that, yes, I see you, I hear you, and I understand you, and I'm willing to work with you, even though we have different styles, because it takes that level of knowing. You might have higher skill sets than the other person, but there's always something of value that the other person brings to the table. And you need to allow that person room to showcase that. And you need to also learn to be able to not take things personal, because some people are going to be aggressive, some people are going to be passive aggressive, some people are just going to be passive and not want to communicate or share things and might frustrate you if you're the kind of person that likes people to dialogue and share ideas. So understanding that other people are different and they are entitled to be their own kind of person, and that you do not need them to change, you just need to learn what is the best way to work with them, will aid your growth in 2022. That's why I said interpersonal skills are so vital. And I've mentioned different areas that comes into interpersonal skills. So emotional intelligence, your love quotient as well, having empathy and compassion for people, having active listening skills, radical acceptance of people, all those kind of things, conflict resolution management. It would be a game changer for you. Yes, everyone wants to be heard, seen, and understood. Absolutely, Interbellum. So we need to keep on improving our skill sets. No matter how good you think you are, you can still be better. We can still give people more room to keep growing as themselves without feeling like they need to change. Because if you want people to accept you for who you are, also be willing to accept others for who they are, and also learn how to be able to build a harmonious relationship with people, regardless of how difficult they are. There are going to be people that will challenge the hell out of you. And that is how, that's why you need to upgrade your skill sets. You need to tell yourself that I need to learn to be a bit more patient. If you know that patience is not your strong virtue, if you know that you're the kind of person that doesn't like to listen actively, you learn it. Okay. You need to be able to be accommodating and more tolerant of people. That's why I said your love quotient needs to go up, because when you learn, when you love flows out of you easily for people, you will learn to tolerate people even when you don't get along and when you don't see eye to eye. Okay. All righty. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I hope somebody's gaining some benefit. If you are, please show me some hearts, some loves on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. If you're just joining in, hi, my name is Madame Merola. This is Live a Phenomenal Life Show, Season 5, Episode 10, and we're talking about top skills to learn and upgrade for 2022, according to me, because there can be other people's list out there, but this is the list that I feel will be beneficial to you no matter what you do in this world. Okay. So, number 7, the skill that I feel you need to learn is adaptability. Yes, adaptability. Okay. So, adaptability is a skill that is absolutely essential for every single human being, no matter where you are, no matter what you do. And why is this necessary? The world keeps changing at a pace that is super fast, that you blink, you miss it sometimes. So, if you are not someone who's adaptable with the changes in times, in season, you might find yourself stuck to the point whereby you become so regressive and you are not moving forward in any area of your life. So, adaptability is a skill set that you need to upgrade. You need to learn if it is something that is not your area of forte already. So, we know what came up with the pandemic. Many people had to pivot, many people had to learn to adapt to doing business a different kind of way. People that were not used to having meetings online had to learn how to navigate the use of technology and platform to be able to have meetings on Zoom, to be able to, showcase what they had to offer online instead of brick and mortar ways of doing it, whereby they were used to serving the customer face to face. Adaptability is important. So when you think about a chameleon, right? A chameleon stays the same in the core of who it is, but it changes its color is for the situation or the environment is it's in. So as a person, I've learned to be very adaptive in whatever situation I find myself, in whatever climate condition or environment I find myself. So, moving from the United Kingdom to Nigeria made me have to adapt certain things about myself, about the way I do things. Why? Because the way I have to serve people in Nigeria is so different from the way I serve people in the UK. And if I didn't adapt, I would not have been able to start my own business, which I did 16 years ago. And I would still not be the kind of person that is growing and adapting and pivoting, right? So, even having the wherewithal to be able to see the trends that are coming is part of being adaptable. So, you need to be flexible with the strategies that you're going to use, right? You need to be flexible with the methodology, with the vehicle that will get you to your destination, but you stay stubborn to your goals and to your dreams. It's just the way that you get there that might have to vary. So there is not only one road that leads to your destination. There are many roads that will lead there. But some of us, we're so stubborn, we're so narrow visioned in ways of doing things that we say, oh, we've always done it this way, it's always worked. Some will say that if it's not broke, don't fix it. I do not subscribe to that methodology at all, because something ain't broke yet don't mean that it don't need to be fixed. There could be something you can do better. So for instance, you have an iPhone right now, done, it's working, we don't need to change it. How are they going to have the next version? So the same way your phone keeps updating is up the operating system, upgrading the designs externally, and also adding something or the other to it. It's the same way you also need to upgrade yourself in terms of what you do and with the way you see things and with the way you do things. So it's not always doing everything one way all the time, you know. You can find another doing things. You can ask yourself, what else is out there that I have not yet tried that can be of benefit to me? What is it that I am not seeing yet that I ought to see to be able to help me to grow and to be able to implement, some changes or some upgrades within myself, within my products and my services? Adaptability is so key. You need to utilize the things that are around you. So if you find yourself in a particular place where there's abundance of natural resources, utilize that. If you have access to technological platforms, utilize it to aid you on your growth personally, professionally. Adaptability. Don't be a groaner and a moaner saying, oh, things are changing too fast. I can't cope. That's not going to help you. Just take it on the chin that things have changed, and then you need to get with the program and move on. Don't want to stay like that story about who moved my cheese. Oh, the cheese is all gone. I'm just going to sit here and wait. Maybe the cheese will come back, and the cheese never comes back, and then you die waiting. Your business dies, your dream dies, everything about you dies because of the fact that you refuse to adapt. That's not going to help you at all. So learn to be adaptable at all times. Number 8 is resiliency, and this works hand in hand with adaptability. Resiliency will allow you not to give up no matter how hard life is. So challenges are going to come. That is a given, right? Nobody promises that everything's going to be hunky dory perfect. You can find that things are working great for you now. You start a business, and that business is making money, and people are flocking to you. And before you know it, they've moved on. You could be the hottest gospel artist today, and everybody's booking you, everybody's paying you top dollar. And before you know it, somebody else has come along and people have forgotten you. Does that mean that you stop growing? Does that mean you stop writing music? Does that mean you stop implementing your ideas? No, it just means that you keep digging deeper. You keep asking yourself, what next? What else can I give up? What else can I diffuse? What else can I write? What else can I produce? What else can I create? What else can I implement? What else can I churn out? What else can I speak about? What else can I do? Even if it is to take an old message and retweak it a little bit and then push it out there again. You must be resilient. You do not give up on being you. You do not give up on your message. You do not give up on what you've been called to do. You do not give up on your passion, no matter how hard it gets. You just keep digging deeper. You just keep finding ways to make it work. When things get tough, you develop your own muscles to become tougher. That's why they say tough situations don't last, but tough people do. The situation is going to only last for a moment. The moment can be a year, the moment can be a month, the moment can be a day. But if you do not build your resiliency muscles, you are going to be a quitter. You're going to be someone that gives up too easily. You're the one that's going to work out of relationship, work out of partnership, work out of a business idea. Why? Because you do not have resilience. You need to ask yourself that, is there anything else that I ought to do that I haven't done yet to ensure that this dream does not die in my hand? You must be resilient. You must ask yourself. And before you quit on anything, make sure you are giving it your absolute all so that you have no regret whatsoever. That is the only time you are permitted to quit. When you know that you've done everything that is humanly possible to do. You have also been able to ask for help from other people, and you've done everything, yet you know that nothing else can be done. Then you can move on because you know that you have exercised your power of resilience. You've already done everything that is possible. It's just that that area has become a barren land, and it's time for you to go find another fruitful vine. But before you do that, keep asking yourself, what more can I do? It's so important. Okay, number 8. No, number 9 now. Active learning. Okay. Thank you, Interbellum, for sharing all the things that I'm saying on Instagram. You are absolutely amazing. Number 9, active learning. Okay. So I say that for you to be able to be the best in anything, you must practice and become a lifelong learner. And there are many ways to learn things. You can be a passive learner or you can be an active learner. And in schools nowadays, they're teaching active learning, whereby you are interacting with whatever models you teach, they're being taught. I want you to also understand that whatever you are learning in life, whatever skill you're learning, all the skills that I've been mentioning, you can choose to be an active learner by implementing them immediately. You learn something, you start to use it, you start to build on it, you start to teach it and share it with others, and then you go back and learn more again. That methodology will work better for you. So if you want to learn coding, if you want to learn a language, if you want to learn how to be a better public speaker, if you want to learn about emotional intelligence, if you want to learn about beauty, whatever it is, how to be a product formulator. Learn it in bits and pieces. Start to implement the part that you've learned. Start to use it. Show it to others. Teach it to others. And then learn again. Be an active participant in your learning process. Learning comes by doing. That is the best way for you to learn. Don't just assimilate information. Don't just download information. Start to churn out that information back into something that has been turned into a product or a service, right? Many of us, we just like to just dish out things in its raw state. Okay, I learned A, I give out A. Why can't you learn A and find out how you can use A and add extra layers to it and dish it out to other people? So learn and be doing as you learn. So be a doer of what you're learning. That is the way I see active learning. Active learning is easier when you assimilate, you observe, and then you do. So you observe what people are doing, you listen, you try it out, you see what needs to still be worked on, and then you share with others. This would help you to be able to grasp that information better, and then you have experience in living that information. So many of us are just conduits of tons and experience about living the information that we've garnered over the years. You need to be a these are the areas I need to keep working on. Just keep sharing, talk about it, do it, and let other people know. The more you talk about it, the easier it is for you to want to keep on learning and growing and getting better. That's one of the things I found out about being a talk show host, about being a coach. The more I share, the more I teach, the more I coach, the more I keep learning, because I don't want to be redundant. I don't want to not know things. So I keep learning. I spend many hours reading books, listening to tapes and stuff, just because I need to use as much time as possible to garner knowledge and then share it. I share it on different platforms. I share it on this show. I share it on my Ignited to Greatness platform. Why? Because that is how I grow. That is how I utilize what I learn. And then if it can help somebody else, the better. Yeah. So the final one that I want to share with you, tip that you need to learn, a top skill, is positive attitude. Positive attitude will get you very far in life. Many of us are not positive about life. Many of us are not positive about the things we do. Many of us don't see life from a positive standpoint. Many of us have a fixed mindset, a scarcity mindset, poor attitude. We groan and grumble and complain. We're lazy, we're complacent, we're passive. That is not going to get you very far in 2022. If you want to be able to be the best of the best, you need to have a positive attitude. Please tell me, do you like to hang around people that are mopey, groany, sour looking, frown in their faces, and just have this very nasty vibe around them? No, I don't like being around those kind of people. I love being around people that have this upbeat persona, that have a positive attitude, that smile, they're open, you know. And I just want to hang around with those kind of people, because being around them makes me feel better, makes me enjoy myself. So of course, a positive attitude is a bonus. If I was going to hire people that have similar skills, similar qualification, I'll go for the person that I feel would be easier to work with because of their attitude, right? Attitude is difficult to teach somebody else. You need to learn it yourself. But other things like skills that are like maybe how to do ABC, I can teach you. But for me to work with you and have a working relationship that is harmonious and beautiful, you need to already have that positive attitude imbibed in you. That's why I always say that attitude will get you very far. Attitude will actually leapfrog you over people that have qualifications that you don't have. Why? Because it is easier to work with people that are positive, that are open minded, that are willing to learn, and are willing to be proactive, that are always energetic and passionate about life than people that are just going to be downers, people that are just going to suck the life out of you and take out the fun and any positive energy out of the room. No matter how talented they are, no matter how gifted they are, no matter how certified they are, attitude will get you very far in life. Attitude will open a lot of doors that your certifications cannot open for you. Attitude will get you the kind of quality relationships that you desire in life that other things like your beauty and stuff cannot get for you. Why? Because all those things are fleeting. They might look pretty on the outside, but once there is no content on the inside that is going to keep on grabbing my attention and holding me, staying close and connected to you, I'm going to lose interest in you. So make sure you have a positive attitude in the way you live life. So those are my 10 top skills that I feel you need to learn and upgrade for 2022. If you have any that I didn't put here that you feel is necessary, please share them with me. And I'm sure the other viewers would love to hear about them as well. So that is what I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for the time that you spent with me. And I also want to tell you that today is day one of Be Joyful 10 Days Challenge that I started on my WhatsApp platform. And it's all about helping you to increase the joy that you feel in life. Today, I shared with the participants that joy is an internal feeling, it's an inner work that you need to imbibe and practice by yourself every single day. So, if you do not have joy in your life, you will find it difficult to be happy. You'll find it difficult to be passionate. You'll find it also difficult to sustain that positive attitude in life. So, if you would love to be part of this challenge, it's a free challenge. You can join. Just send me a DM and I'll send you the link so that you can join because it is going to help you. This is a season whereby we're supposed to be so joyful to overflowing that we spread the contagion of joy to others. And you can't give what you don't have. If your joy tank is so low, you're not going to be excited about life. You're not going to find meaning and beauty and joy in the little things. So you need to be intentional about being a joyful person so that you can live a joyful life that would aid you and getting that inner gladness, that bliss and peace that you want in life that will just free flow from you. One thing I learned when I went through depression was that I needed to maintain my joy no matter what. And the lessons I learned are the things that has helped me not to sink into depression and be suicidal again in life. And I would love to help you to learn how to be joyful. I would love to teach you what it takes for you to live a life from a place whereby you're constantly radiating that joyfulness, which is inner bliss, inner gladness, true happiness. And happiness is a byproduct of joy. You cannot be happy if you don't have joy. Because as I said, joy is an internal feeling, and happiness is the outward expression of joy. So if you want to live a life whereby you're constantly a conduit of joyfulness to not just yourself, but to the people around you, whereby you shine your bright light, where you light people up with the essence of who you are. I would love for you to join my 10 days Be Joyful Challenge that started today. It is absolutely free. I'm not charging you anything to join this challenge. It's for 10 days for you to increase your joy, your meter, to the point whereby you are filled to the brim and it is taking others as well by storm. Make sure that you end this year on a high note. Be grateful for the things that are working in your life. Don't focus on the negative. That's not going to help you at all. Focus on the positive. Focus on your numerous blessings. And if you think you've not been blessed, I would challenge you to get out a journal and start to list the simple things in life that you have right now. The fact that you have data to be able to watch the show right now is a blessing. The fact that you can see me and hear me speaking, that is a blessing. The fact that you're able to eat and drink, that is a blessing. That's why I said positive attitude will get you very far in life. The more you focus on the things that the world, the life is giving you, the more you attract more blessings to you. What you focus on is what you attract. Focus on the good. Focus on your blessing. Focus on the joy. Focus on the things that God has blessed you with, the people He's surrounded you with, the things that might be insignificant to others, but you do not take for granted. The air we're breathing, the clothes you're able to wear. Yes, it might be from 2018. It doesn't matter. It still fits. It still looks beautiful. And you're not naked. The fact that you're able to live in a house, it might not be as big as you want it to be, but hey, you're not having to stay. You're not homeless. You're not sleeping in a train station or under a bridge somewhere. There's so many things to be grateful for. There's so many things in life that we can look at and say, wow, this is amazing. I never knew how blessed I am to be surrounded by all this natural beauty. Taking a walk outside and be able to even have clean air to breathe is a blessing. To have children around you is a blessing. To have people that you can smile and laugh with is a blessing. There's so many things to be thankful for. There's so many things that we can be joyful about if only we choose to be. Don't focus on what is going on with the pandemic, the economy, how much is in your bank account, all those things. If you focus on them, it will make you sad, it will make you depressed, and it will make you lose your focus, it will make you lose your joy. Maintain your joy no matter what, because being joyful is a choice you make. Make it intentionally. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's an honor and a privilege to serve you as your host on Live a Phenomenal Life Show. I look forward to serving you again next week on Monday with a guest or without a guest, because I'm trying to come up with something fantastic to end the year with. But whatever you do in life, don't ever forget that you're beautiful and bold, audacious, no excuses, God's masterpiece. That's what the bank in Bank Creator stands for. That is who you are, a masterpiece. Be joyful, be full of life, and radiate your brilliant essence, because you are phenomenal. God bless you. Take care of you and do you 100% till I come back again on Monday. Make sure you follow me on my social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, so that you can get daily doses of positive vibes every single day from me, the Queen of Positivity and Hope. Take care of you and God bless you all. Bye. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Michael says, with these keys, anyone can be beautiful and bold, audacious. No, God says, exactly. Thank you in the Belong on Instagram. Thank you for everyone that tuned in. And I'm also grateful for the fact that I was able to end the show, because I have a sore throat, but I refuse to not show up, because I said, you know what? This is something that I've been called to do, and I'm going to do it. So, pardon my very husky voice today. I'm sure you were still blessed, despite the fact that I've lost my voice.